Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Now, usually I say I did not come back to the model table again yesterday, but today I can tell you I did. But unfortunately, once again, I did not press record. Now, I got all 8 lines on here. I know you can't see them, but we will move in a minute. And, a moment ago, well, I guess it's about just half an hour, 35 minutes ago, I was sitting in front of my computer and I was checking my email. And in the surveillance monitor, just above the computer monitor, I see movement. I think it was around 22, 23 minutes after 7. And I see Don and Bridget coming over the bridge. So they did not go south for the winter. Yeah, okay. Enough about the bridge. I guess I was thinking about one of the comments I had read. It was from somebody who was vehemently opposed to me doing these little side trips instead of, I guess, working on the model. Every once in a while, I'll get a comment from somebody and they'll say, you should, and they're serious. You shouldn't call it the model ship, the name of your show. It shouldn't be called the model ship. Okay, enough about that. And please don't comment on what I just said. That's fine. My feelings weren't hurt. The guy was a little bit nasty in his comment. And what I did was I just blocked him. I don't know if I ever talked about this before, but I have a list in YouTube of names that I have blocked. If somebody says something nasty or really hurts my feelings, I don't need that. I don't need the count. You'll never hear me say please like or subscribe unless I don't say please like or subscribe. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for fun. And I am having fun. I'm having a good time doing it exactly the way I'm doing it. You can either take it or leave it, and don't comment on what I just said, please. I know every once in a while I'll go on a little rant like this, but I guess maybe it does kind of bother me if somebody doesn't like me. It's sort of human nature, right? You want people to like you. You don't like people to find fault with you. Yeah, like how come the speed sign says 30 and you're doing 50? That irks me. I'll admit it. Okay, now let's recompose here and see if we can't. When I was sitting here last night doing this rigging, I got the 8 across the top, but I don't have any leads running from the contacts down inside here. And I was thinking, you know what? If I didn't bother to put those in, and I guess I was getting a little tired yesterday afternoon. I was thinking, if I don't bother to put those in, nobody's going to know. But now this morning, I'm feeling a little bit more energetic, you might say, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to give it a try. I think the hardest part is going to be attaching the end on the little thing that sticks up that I have to run the aerial out from. I think that's probably going to be the hardest, to make it look believable. Because the easy line does have a tendency to curl a little bit one way or the other slightly. From the CA glue. Nothing like if you were to touch a piece of easy line with extra thin. Just for fun, I should slip the macro lens on and take a little piece of easy line. I saw one a while ago on the model table here. Oh, Missy the dog is at the door. I gotta go. I'll be back. I'm coming, Missy. I'm coming. Hello, hello, hello.
I have lots of love, and I deliver.
My camera's still running right now. I was just doing a video and Missy barked and I said, "Oh, Missy's at the door." Okay.
Missy says, I can't be bought. I can be rented. I'll see ya.
Yeah, watch your step, Max.
Thanks, man.
You betcha. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I am very fortunate in the fact that I have people around here that sort of care about me, and this little visit right now, it was also to check to make sure that old Ron is okay. And I think it was about a year ago, I didn't open my drapes up one morning, and somebody was concerned that because my drapes were closed that maybe I wasn't okay. Yeah, all I've got is my surveillance cameras and me. Well, if something was to happen, the surveillance cameras aren't going to, call the emergency or help me up off the floor or something like that. So I am very blessed, you might say, with wonderful, wonderful neighbors. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find anything on the surveillance camera to dub in that's going to make what just happened make sense. Yeah, my cell phone camera's over there. I should have had it ready to go. Oh well. It is what it is. All right. Let's recompose here. Oh, guess what? I went to take a piece of pizza out of the freezer this morning. I must have eaten the last piece last week. That must have been the last one. Somehow in my mind I thought I was going to have enough for this week. But you know what it is? If you remember last week when I wasn't feeling good, I cut a little piece off. And I was going to save the rest. Well, a couple of days later I ate it. So now I've got to come up with something, and earlier this morning I went through the kitchen to see what have I got in the way of ingredients. All I've got is one small crust in the freezer. I took it out now. And I don't have any pepperoni. I do have ground beef and chicken, and I do got the pizza sauce. I got the olives, and I got the mushrooms. So I'm going to just have to do the best I can, and this is going to be a very funny looking pizza. It'll taste good. I got to work out the caloric content and so on. I'm back to counting calories again. So, okay, enough about me. Let's recompose here and see if we can run some leads up to those antennas. And then I guess maybe a couple of others going different places, and then that's going to be about it. Then I'm going to go around with the probably I'll take the airbrush and use it like a air hose type thing, and very carefully get all the little dust particles off the deck as best I can. Okay, let's recompose. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. That won't be for a few days at the rate I'm going. Especially if the dog keeps coming to the door. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was sitting at the computer, and we got a question from one of the viewers. And the question was this: what brand of curing agent activator do I use? And this is what I'm using. Now, I do recall that in the past, like I started using the CA glue and activators way back when I was turning pens. And I can't remember which brand it was I had before. It also worked very well. But maybe some of you viewers that are watching right now that have found that one particular type or brand works better than others, you could in the comments, especially if you were to comment in this viewer's comment so that he would be notified with what you find. I can't particularly recommend this or not recommend it. All I know is it does seem to work. And this particular brand of the CA glue extra thin, you might call it, the quick, insecure quick setting. It says, you know, if you can read that, it says super thin. Well, it is very thin, and it sets really fast. In fact, when I was using it here yesterday on some of these lines, I noticed the vapors coming off. You know, so yeah, you want to make sure you don't have your eyes too close to it when you're doing that. Anyway, yeah, so this is what I use. Okay, just as I was recomposing everything here, and I was realizing that I had mentioned that I was going to show you what it's like when easy line is touched by CA thin. I mean Tamiya extra thin, the solvent glue, and I forgot to do that. I think maybe I should recompose here. And what I want to do is probably have the camera on the other side facing this way, and I should be able to go from one of these up to right here, and I'll just do one, and I'll show you what happens when you touch a little bit of that CA glue on the connection right there. It usually it works out really well. The difficult part is when you cut off the excess piece to not accidentally cut the main line. It seems to me I did that once. Okay, let's recompose. But first, let's do the Tamiya extra thin on the line. Okay, the perspective might be a little bit strange right now, and that's because I'm using the macro lens, but it's way backed off about a meter. And let's just not waste a whole bunch of this stuff here now. We'll try and take equal lengths. Now, somebody's going to think, well, what's the panel line accent color out for? Well, one of the viewers was mentioning in a very interesting comment how he had used panel line accent color to dye this stuff. He said he had some of this stuff only in white. And he was mentioning how when the panel line accent color got on it made it sag. And then after it dried, it went back to normal again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take two pieces here, and we will move in nice and close in a minute. But we've got a couple of microscope slides here. We'll just get this nice and straight on it, and then we'll touch the one with the extra thin and the other one with the panel line accent color, and just sort of watch and see what happens. Yeah, let's recompose here. Okay, this is our extra thin, and now I remember when I did this before, it acted like a worm, whereas this time it really didn't have the same effect. Okay, now let's try the panel line accent color on the other one. Oh, our extra thin is starting to act like a worm now. I guess as it dries out. And I don't know what's going to happen here with this one. It's not really changing a whole lot. I don't know if you would say it's stretching. Doesn't that look weird? With the extra thin one, it looks like it's alive, but of course, obviously, it's not. Okay, we'll let these dry out and we'll look at them later if I remember. Let me put these glass slides in a safe place where they're not gonna, you know. Okay, right now my chicken is in the microwave on thaw cycle. And yeah, we got to take out a little bit of time and make that pizza. All right. Now the idea will be we'll try and glue this one right on the end of there like that. I'll move you in just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to try and glue that on the end there because I'm pretty sure that that is where it would have come out. Now, in all likelihood, it's not going to be perfectly centered, but we're going to do the best we can here. Okay, I think I've got enough slack going on here. I have to be so careful that I don't break something else off. I know I say that, but the reason I'm saying that is because just to remind myself that we are so close to the end. Let's not screw it up. Okay, I think I finally got myself set up here. And oh, there, I went and I bumped something. Fortunately, I didn't break anything. I got my magnification hood on, so my peripheral vision isn't all that great. What's the matter here? Okay. Now I've got the CA Instacure quick setting, and we're going to try and touch this on here. Now that should be curing, and it is. Yeah, and it is. Is it going to be strong enough to stay there though when I put a little bit of tension on it? Let's just give it a moment here to completely set up. Okay, I'm guessing about 2 minutes has passed here. And you can see I'm getting a bit of stretch going on there. But we don't want to have it, we don't want to have it too slack because then it's going to, be crooked. And yet if it's too tight, it's going to draw the line down. Maybe we'll just recompose here and cut this off approximately the right length, and then I don't have all this excess on there. Okay, a few moments ago I was in the kitchen and I was getting the ground beef in the microwave and cooking the fat out of it, and I'm thinking, in my mind I was thinking about today is Saturday, and then all of a sudden it hit me. Today's not pizza day. You know what's happened? I got my cups mixed up on the rack, and I grabbed the pizza cup this morning, and okay, it's because the pizza cup was next, but it's tomorrow's pizza day. Now what are we going to do? Okay, so Tennessee Jim, I guess that means we're going to be using your cup 2 days in a row. Now, at the moment, the pizza is in the oven, in the dish. And if I remember, I will have inserted the picture of what it looked like before I put it in. And we'll leave it in there at 350 degrees for about an hour. It's not really going to be a pizza. I don't know what you'd call it. Okay. Getting myself tangled up here. Okay, now move slowly and methodically. Now, what we're going to want to do is attach these in believable places on the line here. And I know I said I was going to do one, but I'm thinking that maybe what I should do is I should make lines like I'm holding right now to the other 7 connections down below. And then systematically, I guess you probably work from the center line out this way and then out the other way. Yeah, this seems like it's fairly strong connection, but I don't want to test it because I know that I can actually pull it loose. Now, from the way the light is hitting it right now, the light is coming from behind you, so it's bouncing off the top of this little part here, and it is glinting a photo etch. So that's another thing that I'm going to want to touch up with the 77 or whatever it is I painted those with. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I think the thing to do is to do it off camera. I can do a much safer job and much faster job. And yeah, then when it comes time to fastening these on, then we'll do one on camera. But it's probably not going to be today now. Actually, it's not that late at the moment. In fact, it's not even noon yet, so I don't know, maybe. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I just remembered, I wanted to mention, I got another email from Anna at Bill's Cycle in Steinbach. And I had asked her, do they deliver here to Winnipeg? And yes, they do, sort of. There's an extra charge for delivery, and they don't do it themselves. They use a courier. Well, being is that, in the business that I was in, that I made my living at for 40 years or whatever, I dealt with couriers a lot. There are couriers, and then there are couriers. And I don't know if I trust my brand new Honda Rebel in the hands of some of those couriers. So that kind of scared me. And I thought, when I read the email, I thought, I think the deal's off with those guys. But then I started thinking about it, and I was thinking, it might be kind of fun to just ride the bike into town here. Actually, according to the Google map, it's only about a 45-minute drive from Bill's Cycle to my house here. Now, mind you, I don't think I'd want to be going that fast. But, say it takes me an hour. That'd be kind of fun, actually, now that I think about it. So maybe the deal is still on the table. I got to find out what, the down payment and stuff like that is to hold it, and, what they want to do. Because I'm pretty sure that by spring somebody is going to have come by and said, I'll take that. Okay, let's get at this here. Well, I guess by now the big model show in Telford in the UK is probably winding up. I think it's a 2-day event, but this should be the end of their first day. And I wonder how Steve from the model shed made out with his Bismarck. Does he have a blue ribbon attached to it, hanging from the anchor? I don't know. I'm sure he's going to tell us. My pizza's out of the oven. We're going to just the plan is to cut it up into 8 pieces. After it sits overnight in the fridge and sort of solidifies. And it will. There's a lot of cheese mixed in, as well as the cheese that was on the top. So it should solidify, and we'll cut her up into 8 pieces, and we should be good for almost 2 months. Unless I fall off the wagon. I think the best thing for me to do for the rest of the day, if I still feel like it, is just try and finish this up off camera. How many times am I going to say that, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna wind her up. So thanks for watching, and all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.